And welcome everybody back to another Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations live stream as we get back into the second half of the trial. What I think is going to be the first of probably like 2 or 3 trials. I got a feeling this will be a longer one than normal, especially seeing that it's possibly the last part. Or last episode, I should say, of this game. Unless they pull a fast one on us, which they've done it before. We've seen it. We got a feeling we got plenty to go, although today we're going to be smelling a lot of the butts. So let's jump into it. February 9th, 11:15 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 1.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not really sure what to say.
Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are 2 things which I need to ask you before we reconvene.
Alright, I'll help you any way I can.
First, about that night, you really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? Last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying. She wouldn't dare lie to us, would she? About her evil twin, I bet that she may have conspiracy theory in play.
Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple.
Very well. The second thing, then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the time Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile?
There is only one key for the snowmobile. The one person who could have used it was me.
Is that an admission of guilt? So it was you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge?
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth.
Fucking... I need a goddamn skeleton key. Iris.
I can't tell you about that. Yet.
Yet?
Not until her safety is confirmed.
Now you could be talking about a number of people. Her.
The safety of the acolyte.
I thought she was talking about Maya, but I wasn't sure yet. The acolyte. Huh. She must be talking about Maya. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Dunim?
No matter who or what may come, I can never take a life.
I mean, I'm just gonna say I'm sus on that. Unless my conspiracy theory of evil twin is legit, I be sus. As I thought. No psycho locks. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. Okay. Damn, that was a quick recess. Not much we had to talk about. Hi, Francisca. Oh, let's see if I can find my... There we go. That's about as good as I can do it. Court will now reconvene. Miss Von Karma, where is the witness?
During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery.
Suspicious behavior?
He was sketching something, very intensely.
Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained?
He drew a terrifying woman, armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip.
I wonder what he was drawing. I can only presume that his intention are...
Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Loris Dunim, I hope you're ready. Get in here.
It would seem that whip is going to see plenty more use today. Oh, yeah, well. Okay, Larry.
Like, ouch, man! Your sketch is in contempt of this court.
Like, hey, man! Ow!
You tried to run away from Zibele, who was trying to hand you your subpoena, correct?
Like, look, man, I'm nothing but a fleeting artist, training out in the mountains, man! I'm like only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. I mean, you got some on your shirt there, Larry. Like, well, to use the technical term for the color, Viridian, man! Like the city! Larry, this isn't an art store, now is it? Like I know, man, I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art is all about working in the fields, man, isn't it? Working in the fields? I presume he wanted to say field work. I hope. Jared, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Like, that's it, man. Thanks, buddy. It's kind of sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence. Like I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. No whip? No attack? No nothing? Like so, see? I've got nothing to do with this trial, man. At all. Like I expect all of your faces to be red when you realize this mistake, man. Bright red. Or to use the technical term, man, Crimson Lake. Oh, God, oh, shit.
Stop your pathetic blabbering and testify like a man.
Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking. I mean, is it really as bad as cross-checking? I'd say cross-checking is a little worse, because that can lead to a board. Just saying. Witness, that was all your fault. Testify now. Yeah, I'd rather, I don't know. I'd rather get whipped than checked, I think. Depending on who's checking. I mean, if Tom Wilson's checking, then yeah, no, give me the whip. Like, zoinks, this is too much much for me, man. What'd you see, Larry? Nah, give me Tom Wilson, because I'm gonna beat his ass. You just gonna go to town? Like I was at that lodge out in the mountains, man, looking up at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. Have to pay more in hospital funds than he did to the NHS. Okay, good argument to make. Good argument to make. Like I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either, man. Like the girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. Like I'm all alone now, man. Aren't I edgy? Like zoinks. Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony. Like I'm a nobody, man. Nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I? I think we made a breakthrough. I think we finally made a breakthrough. This man gets it. And why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation, man? Or anything else? That's true, he wasn't. Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex. He's recently been the case of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people. Like, yeah, that's right, man. I'm behind everything, every case. Like, watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy. Damn. Tell me you're single without telling me you're single. Well then, let us proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time. Okay, Larry, give me more information here.
Hold it!
Whatever is the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? This one single statement is so full of contradictions. For a moment there, I thought I was going to collapse. So, witness, any idea as to where these contradictions in your testimony may lie? Depending on your answer, I may stay my VIP. Like, okay, man, give me a minute. Well, it was snowing that night, so I couldn't possibly have seen the stars. That rundown shack is hardly a lodge, is it? Like, and even if the stars could be seen, it isn't like I was there to look at them, right? That face right there kind of explains every time that Larry is on the stand. Every time. See, you can do it if you try. Ouch, man! There is only one issue here. What you saw at Dusky Bridge.
Hold it!
A number of times? How many? Like maybe 5 times? I went once every 25 minutes, man. Which means you spent almost 2 hours at Heavenly Hall that night. Like you bet, man. Real love is about waiting with your heart in your hands. Love, you say? It was this man's intention to summon the defendant to the small shaft, using this blackmail letter. But blackmail? Like, no, man, that was simply, your huffy, puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining thus of a witness. God damn. So, what did you see? I hope for your sake you saw a snowmobile. You huffy, puffy, loosey-goosey excuse for a whimpering, whining wuss of a witness, eh? Like, well, like you see, man. Being called those names doesn't seem to bother him at all. I don't think any of that is the worst Larry's been called.
Hold it!
Especially by a female. Larry, you really didn't see it. Like, hey! No need to hit your desk, man! I can hear you! Like I didn't see it! I didn't see a snowmobile! Larry, say snowmobile for me, please. Snowmobile! If you truly have nothing to hide, then why are you stammering like you just flew over a cuckoo's nest? Shut up, man! What is this? I don't know! Don't ask me! Seems I'll need to start a more obvious contradiction. Because Jack Nicholson. You think that Larry's watched that movie? I doubt he even knows it's a movie. He doesn't know how critically acclaimed that movie is. I'm going to strike the blow that will finally get him to spill the beans. Like I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either, man. You didn't meet anyone. Like that's right, man, because I've got nothing to do with this. True story, my English teacher got bored of us reading the book, so he just put on the movie. That teacher is awesome. That teacher is great. And I'm just here to buy some Viridian paint. Okay, man? Come on. I expect to see those Crimson Lake faces now. It would appear that simply pressing him isn't going to be enough, Mr. Edgeworth. Indeed. It seems that he's going to claim to have nothing to do with this to the end. I don't want this guy to cost us any more time. I need to slice through his obvious contradictions and keep things moving along. So what do I have to contradict him? Well, might as well. I mean, technically it does. Just saying. Well, might as well. Okay. Wait a minute, what? So you're telling me neither of the things that he says about a snowmobile contradicts, like the tracks don't contradict it?
Hold it!
Oh, you got thunder up there already? We clear as day here. It's good to know, so if I'm thinking about walking later, at least I'll have an idea. Has it been raining for a while up there? About 20 minutes. That ain't bad. That ain't that bad. Oh, shit. I did not mean to click that. Oh, your weather app says it's gonna last till 5. Dear Lord, that's a long storm. Oh, what, him being in Baltimore? I saw that earlier.
Hold it!
I legit might be already stuck.
Objection!
I figured it out. I went over it solely in my head. I didn't talk it through, but I went over it. I wouldn't even call it a good thing for Todd Gurley. If he goes to Baltimore, when's he going to get the football? Because it's either going to J.K. Dobbins or Gus Edwards first. Like, yeah, they have like 9 guys run the football. But I thought it over in my head. I didn't talk it out this time around. Larry Butts. I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away, but you're pretty pathetic, and you cause all sorts of trouble. Like I'm sorry, man! But, having realized just how much of a nuisance you have been, that could be considered a step in the right direction. Edgy man, are you trying to console me? It certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incident you create. What? Like you're totally pinning this on me, man. Now then, let us talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts. Like that's right, man. Me, in the flesh. Listen carefully, witness. Doesn't matter if you change your name. So long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. That really will not... That reality will not change. As always, I can't read. But man, what do you want me to do then? Larry, what you need to change is your inner self. But for now, what you saw that night, testifying truthfully about this one issue is all I need from you. Like edgy, I think I finally woken up, man. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, like I'll do it. I'll testify, man. Like, well, I'm not sure this'll go especially well. I'll ask again, then witness. What did you see on the night of the murder? Pardos. Like I went to the shack at around 9 o'clock, man, so it would have been about 10:30 p.m. Like I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. I looked out the window, man, and Dusky Bridge was on fire. Like there was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick, man. You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you? So, what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire? Like it... It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl, man. It totally burned out. Like, almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall, man. What did you say? Oh, don't worry. It's nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold. I never know with that man, if he should be called lucky or unlucky. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination. Okay, Larry. Yeah, she's probably worried about Phoenix, but should we tell her? Should we let her know that Phoenix is eyeballing another? Should we tell her? It's gonna end in a cat fight. Harem route, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, a harem. A harem route. That's the real wording. A harem. Yeah, there was a, oh, what was the video? Oh, I was watching a video and someone called it a harem. And I'm like, that's officially how I'm going to say harem from now on. Just a harem. What did you do out there in the cold for an hour and a half? Like, well, if you really must know, man, I was busy being excited, I guess. I shouldn't have to say it. But Jaren, do you mind hitting the button?
Hey, phrasing!
There we go. Excited? Dare I even ask? Like I set the meeting time as 10 p.m., right, man? But I couldn't wait, and I thought she might come early, too. This dialogue, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing with this dialogue. Mainly, you need your browser to be a certain size to use sound alerts? Really? I didn't know that. Well, it appears she didn't come at all in the end.
Hey, phrasing!
Yeah. They knew what they were doing. Because they never arranged to meet in the first place, did they? Like, shut up, man! Don't go picking my fond memories apart! Like, anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way. So, like, every 20 minutes or so, I went out to the bridge. Phrasing has been used 103 times. That does not surprise me one bit. Especially with the writing between this and Danganronpa. But like I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. Like I didn't have anything else to do, so I went back to the shack to wait for her.
Hold it!
This light was, of course, lightning, man! Like, kerpow! Like a slap from Naomi. Honestly, a big bada boom! Bada bing, bada boom. Really, this guy's in the room. Here we go. or a little like that? Well, that's more like a punch from Miranda, man. Witness, did you actually see the lightning hit the bridge? Like, well, I was a bit startled by the flash of light, so... Hold it! Seeing that, what did you do? Like, what do you think, man? I was burning up as well, from the fire in my heart. And that's why you went to take a look at the bridge. Like, well, to be honest, it was freezing cold, so at first I thought, forget about it, man. I'm not leaving my covers. But, like, it had pretty much stopped snowing, so I don't know. I changed my mind. I'm not sure I care for that forget about it attitude you had at first, Witness. Hold it! You said right away, but exactly how long after the strike was that? Like the lightning fell, and then the bridge caught on fire. Maybe around 5 minutes, man. Like, I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out. How far is this small shack you were in from the bridge? Like, hold on. Well, it had pretty much stopped snowing. I guess about 5-minute walk. And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there? Like I had recovered a piece of my childhood, man. I mean, not even the bonfires kids made during school camping trips can compare. Well, should I press him for a little more info? We need all the info. Larry, let me ask you one thing. Like, what is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face, man? Why didn't you call anyone? Like, huh? What do you mean? Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try and tell someone. Are the Packers gonna be at full capacity? I mean, I'm assuming most stadiums will be at full capacity now. There's a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct? Like, well, of course I thought of doing that. So then, let's hear why you didn't. Huh? Like, yeah. No, okay. A reason. Like my reason. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone, man. I just, like, didn't have the time to, okay? Alright. I'll load up, though. I want to know that other answer. So you suddenly thought to check out the bridge. Does this mean that you intentionally had no intention of doing so? Well, like, yeah, I guess it does. It was really cold, man. I didn't really want to go out there. If that's the case, why did you change your mind? I'd like to hear your reasoning. In which case, please give testimony to that effect, witness. Like my reasoning, man. Okay, reasoning it is. So you decided to go and see what was happening. Like, that's right, man. We're talking about a massive suspension bridge burning to high heaven. Like, that's not something you see every day, man. A real speculate. Like, really special, man. Can we really trust a witness who is unable to pronounce spectacle? Life seems to love hitting this poor witness below the belt. Like, well, my motto is to hit life back as hard as I can. I'll give you a few hits too, if you'd like, with my Vic. You told me about the burning bridge yesterday. There's still something that doesn't quite fit. Looks like, despite his change of heart, Larry still isn't telling us the whole truth. Larry, let me ask you one thing. Oh God, over that. Like, I arrived at the bridge and Nick showed up less than a minute later, man. You claim to have arrived at the bridge at the same time as Wright. Like, yeah, man. I thought I'd better tell someone about this. But then Nick came up yelling about murder. It totally made me forget about the bridge. The fireman was pretty much out by then anyway. What's this feeling? I suddenly have a terrible case of unease. It was after contacting the police that Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct? Like, yeah, that's pretty much it. More or less. Alright. I think I got this one. Maybe. Maybe. I could be dead wrong on this. So I'm gonna save. Oh, I was right. I kinda thought I was gonna be wrong. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was wrong solely because I was overthinking it there. And I was just like, well, this says there was thunder. The other thing says there was no thunder. And I'm like, it can't be that simple. Your very existence being a contradiction. I'm not so sure if you can grasp this or not. What the hey? Edgy? You make me sound like some sort of alien, man. But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time. Like I've never been the best timekeeper, you know? 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those, man. This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge, and immediately went to see what had happened. Is this correct? Like, yeah. Well, I wasted about 5 minutes first, but more or less. I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there at around 11. Like that all sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act. That is impossible. What do you mean? 11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there in the courtyard. There is no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time. Like, excuse me, man. I have an objection. You do? Like, Edgy, how many times do I have to say this, man? I'm not Larry. Gah! It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11. In which case, it could have been earlier than that. Watch your footing there, Miss Francisca von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery. For there is still no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m. And why not? It is clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15 p.m. Which means... what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge while it was being consumed by the flames that night. In fact, he did not arrive on the scene until after the flames had died down. Larry, you arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m., but Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and tell us the whole truth. Now, then, what happened during these missing 15 minutes? Like I feel like I just got brutally woken up by a toilet splashback, man. How does one brutally wake up from a toilet splashback? I mean, I get kind of being jetted a bit from it, but not brutally awoken. So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see that as much of a problem. Like, yeah, not much of a problem at all, man. Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes, and there is a phone right next to it. Why, then, did you not report the incident? Yes, witness. Why didn't you? Were you there simply to watch the bridge burn? And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burned out, he was still there. staring into space. This witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty.
That's what it sounds like.
Ah, but this is Larry we are talking about, and even he is incapable of being so stupid. Which means there has to be a reason for his inaction. Like Edgy Man! I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude! Just as I thought, you've been playing with us all this time. Like, listen, I'm going to tell you everything, man. Are you sure you want to hear it all? Yes. Like I'm a really, then say it. Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this. However, let's have the witness finally give us the whole truth. Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness? Like I'm Dooneem. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing, man? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was whipped up into a frenzy of art. The shock and all that I was feeling. I transferred it all directly onto the page, man. Before I realized it, the flames had gone out, and then he came running up. I suppose artists can be strange folk. Like, that's right, man. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch. Including the truth from the sound of it. Mr. Edgeworth, has this removed the last of your doubts? Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains. What would that be? This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to drag the reason out of him. That's oddly aggressive, Larry. Like, ha, man. You'll regret this, Edgy.
Hold it!
Tell us, Larry. Nothing from Larry can ever be aggressive. That's why I said that was oddly aggressive. Larry never acts like that. My name is Loris. Get it right, man. Like, mistakes like that are what keep you from being popular with the ladies like I am. Just who exactly are you? Like I'm Loris Dooneem, apprentice extraordinaire. That's what he calls himself in any case. Then you are an artist? Like, of course, man. I'm an artist. The real thing. Yet again, that's what he calls himself. Names mean nothing. There is only one issue I care to discuss. What were you doing? Hey, Super Hot Mew, welcome to the stream. That is a very big issue indeed.
Hold it!
Why you want to fight the sun? Who doesn't like the sun? Like what? Here's a good check. What's the weather here right now? Oh, it's a nice 82 degrees. Aw, man, by the end of this stream it's supposed to be... Oh, it's gonna rain all night. But I want to take a walk. Man. The sun ain't dumb. It's a genius. I mean, I love the rain, but I'd like to take a walk. I'd like to get some exercise in today. Sketching the burning bridge. Don't insult the sun. We need the sun. Gives us that vitamin D. And technically punching the sun would be a terrible idea. Your hand would burn right off. Like the burning bridge and everything that came with it, man. So much hate for the sun. What came with it? Like you want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy? You'll regret this, man! Enough. Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours out already, Fitness. Like what? Like what are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. That does indeed appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth. What should I do? I've got a terrible feeling that the instant this sketch is revealed, the entire world may be changed by what is depicted there. I'm gonna leave it alone right now. I cannot recommend looking at the sketch. His works of art are a force of nature best measured on the Richter scale. Like that's right, they'll shake your heart to pieces, man. Scoldroom has yet to meet earthquake standards. I think we'd better pass. In which case, let us turn to other leaves.
Hold it!
The burning bridge moved you that much, did it? I find that hard to believe. You moron, Edgy! You don't understand me at all! If I see an abandoned cat, man, I find myself passing by it with tears in my eyes. I am a man overflowing with irresponsible kindness. And I use my irresponsible kindness to fill the pages of my notebook. Dear Lord. An artist using a notebook. It's so pathetic. It makes me want to cry myself.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true!
I've got the volume up quite a bit. That was very loud. Addisick, you popped in right at a commercial break, too. But welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. I command you to go buy at least a proper sketch pad. What has that got to do with anything, man? I'm not so sure if I care for an artist using a notebook for sketching. Proceed, witness.
Hold it!
Dear Lord, Janet, 9 fajita balls in 15 hours? What on earth, man? And I'm not shocked your stomach isn't very pleased with you. I mean, sounds delicious, chicken and shrimp, but, like, 9? I don't know if he's gonna die, but his stomach's dead, or he's definitely gonna spend some time on the toilet. You forgot the passage of time to that extent, did you? Well, man, once I get caught up in something, I tend to forget everything else. Relatable. Relatable. Think hot chips are a good solution? No, I don't think those are a good solution. That's true. He's always been that way. Guess he's not lying about that, at least. Phoenix Wright appeared on the scene after 11:15. If he was drooling until then, that dispels all doubts. Aside from doubts of his humanity, there's a big clue waiting for me in this cross-examination. His testimony does nothing less than mock the court. I'm sure that there is a vital kernel of truth hidden in it somewhere. Well, I know where it is, I just wanted to get through everything else first.
Hold it!
Alright, let's see that artwork. Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please. Well, even I couldn't have imagined it'd turn out like this, man. It's Larry calling it art is an insult to art. I mean, hey, his artwork wasn't that bad on the shack. Imagined what? That Maurice Dunim's debut would take place here, today, like this, man! Show it, now. Like, okay, but steel yourselves. What the fuck did you draw? What the fuck is flying over the bridge? The man drew a ghost. I don't think this is holding up in court. Like this is the world of Maurice Duny, man. Think a burning lady is on some type of haunted show. Yep. I'm pretty sure that was an episode of Haunted that I watched. Pretty sure. Well, so this is Dusky Bridge, correct? Quite a large bridge, isn't it? Your response, Miss Von Karma? Yes. Well, It's a better drawing than I expected. Like, isn't it? Isn't it, man? I struggled to reproduce those flames. I really did, man. Yes, I'm sure you did. We're not going to talk about the elephant in the room. This is going to get ugly. No one has the courage to bring it up, it seems. This mysterious flying object. Larry. Like what, man? The burning bridge is fine. But what is that unfortunate looking figure? I'll take care of it. Unless Jaren beats me to it. Oh, fuck, Jaren beat me to it. Damn. Damn. Thought I had it in time. Yeah, I didn't notice it until it was too late. I looked over, saw it, and I was like, oh, okay, I got it. Nope. Jaren took care of it. Like, you spotted that? I thought you might. However much I might want to ignore it, I can't. Like it's Iris, of course. Iris. What the fuck do you mean, Larry? Like, I wish she'd taken better care of herself, man. We have to plan for our future, you know? Like, what would have happened to her if she had injured herself flying like that? I'm sorry, but is the witness stating that the defendant flew over the bridge? Larry, please answer this next question honestly. Like, okay, man. Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendant flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames? Me and Edgeworth on the exact same wavelength. Like, yep, man, that's what I saw. Point blank, my dude. Like, that's why I drew it, man. I'm an artist, a real artist. So am I to assume that Iris is a ghost? Like, what the fuck? This trial has already taken my brain and just thrown it out of my cranium. Hi! That girl! She's really high up in this picture! What was that for?
This is all a bad dream. I was hitting you on the cheek to test that skill.
Please whip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories. She is one of those flying fire sprites. One of those flying fire spirits. What is she? A fucking, what are they? Oh, what are they? They are in, like, Japanese lore, though. They're like tiny little fire sprites. I don't remember what they're called. Anyways, no court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly.
Actually, there is some precedent for this.
Like she was flying pretty high. My sweet Iris. Larry, would you say she was high? So high above you? None of you probably get that reference. If you do, well, congratulations for listening to Tal Bachman. Larry, would you also say she's high society? High society. God, now I'm gonna have that stuck in my head. Like she was about 30 feet above the bridge, man. At least. It was really something to see. This has to be some kind of mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, please bring the witness back down to earth. What? Me? This witness is your friend, is he not?
Accessory to foolishness, Mr. Accessory to foolishness. Miles Edgeworth.
Let us get back to the cross-examination, by force if necessary. Mr. Edgeworth, I expect you to expose the obvious contradiction here. Yes, Your Honor. It's like I've got another reason to remember this moron. Like, well, what do you think of my debut piece, man? Get that thing away from me. Now, hurry up and cross-examine him. She wouldn't have been wearing her hood. Like, what the fuck, Larry? Just where did you see this sight from? Like, hey man, no need to shout. Like when I was lying in bed in that rundown shack, the crack of the lightning bolt made me realize that the bridge was burning. Like I just watched it for a while from there, thinking how nicely it was burning. Like then, after about 5 minutes, I saw it, man.
The defendant flying?
That's right, man. That's when I decided to go to the bridge. I see. That all makes sense. Aside from the sketch itself. Yes, the sketch doesn't make any sense. just need to convince the artist that his work is ludicrous.
Objection!
Larry, what did you really see that night? Not that I particularly care. Like, in your position, man, that's just being irresponsible. Like, I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give you a whole $1 that it's the truth. I mean, I'll take that $1. If that is truly the case, then there is one thing that we can say for certain. What might that be? That the person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant, Iris. Like, what? Like, what do you mean, man? I don't understand. A foolhardy fool of a foolish statement by an equally foolish, foolhardy fool. Oh. How exactly can you make this claim? Tell us, Larry. According to this picture, the individual whom you say you saw was wearing a hood, correct? Like, of course she was, man. That rundown shack is quite away from the bridge. The hood is what told me that this floating angel was my Iris. Like, the hood is my darling Iris, and Iris is my darling hood. It seems there are bigger fools in this world than the one at the defense bench. Larry, there's something you need to be made aware of. On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. She had given it to Wright as a gift. I don't know if Edgeworth should have said that. He may have just broken his heart. We'll see. Are you going to change your story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took flight. Like what? What are you talking about, man? I think you understand what I mean just fine. Like why, man? Like why? Why didn't Nick have Iris's hood, man? What? Like, Edgy, what's going on with Iris and Nick, man? I need to know, is this a thing? Are they going behind my back? Bro code, man! Bro code! Why, you Nick? You dog! If there was any moment that was so fitting of the Shaggy voice, it's that line right there. Oh, man. I do believe that this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited and discarded straight into the garbage. I didn't think it was that bad of a drawing. I just think it's crazy. Huh? What is it now, witness? Like it feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come, man. Like, Edgy, today is the day I get you. I get to completely stupefy you. What? What is the meaning of your outburst, witness? I hate to have to do this, but I have some Definitive evidence, man! Definitive evidence? Like Iris did indeed come flying over the burning bridge, man, and I, Maurice Dunim, shall prove it! Oh my god, Larry, what do you have now? I didn't expect to ask this again, but we shall be needing your testimony once again. Lord, tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in this sketch, and show us your evidence that this nightmare was actually a reality. Like, okay, I hope you're ready, Edgy, because I'm going to feed you a whopping serving of pain, man! You've been serving us a whopping serving of pain this whole time. Trust me. I'll be back in a second. I gotta take this flannel off, and then I'll be good. This is what Larry does to me. This is what Larry does to me. He makes... I'm going batshit. Thanks to Larry. I'm going absolute batshit insane because of Larry. Like when I reached Dusky Bridge, man, she was already gone. Like I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her, man. That led me to finding a beautiful crystal sphere, half buried in the snow. Okay, so there's the sphere that I've been looking for. Like I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing a spare hood, man. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that night. Actually, no, there are two pieces of evidence I can show to counteract that point, but okay. A crystal sphere? Like this one, man. Pretty, isn't it? But finders keepers, man. That sphere. Where did you find it? Like, let me see. Around here somewhere, man. Looks about right. And it was half buried in the snow. It had pretty much stopped snowing by then, man, but there was still some falling as I walked to the bridge. The court accepts this crystal sphere. Like that's mine, okay? I want to pick afterward. Something on it. Oh my, it's blood. What? Blood? Like you ready, Edgy? By tomorrow morning you'll be calling me Master Larry. Like, yeah, I like the sound of that, man. No one's going to push me around anymore. Didn't you want to be called Maurice Dunim only a few minutes ago? Alright.
Hold it!
So, you went to the burning bridge. Like that's right, to meet Iris. She actually flew to get to me. The least I could do was meet her halfway, man. But the defendant was not at the bridge when you got there, you say. Like, I guess she went back to Hazakura Temple. She's a girl after all. She must have wanted to look her best. Must be lovely to live in the fantasy land of Larry's mind. Actually, it's so depressing that I can't even work up the energy to point. So, what did you do next?
Hold it!
So you searched all over for her. Like she was flying pretty high, you know? I thought maybe she slipped on her landing and got hurt, man. Hey, it was more than possible. Also, like when I headed out to the shack the first time, I was snacking on a banana. I was pretty sure I threw the peel away somewhere around there, so, you know. Can one guy really be this stupid? So did you find any signs of her so-called landing? I don't really remember, man. I kept on falling over myself and kinda lost it for a while there. You fell over yourself. Yeah, man, the snow was deep, and there was even a banana peel out there. Yep, there's stupid, and then there's Larry Butts. The short of it is that you didn't find any signs of her landing, correct? Then what happened next?
Hold it!
Half buried. Like it was sitting in the snow, man, with a little gathered on top of it. Like it was very hard to spot, man. Actually, I mean, it was dark out too. I'm impressed you did well to find it. No matter what you may think when you look at me, I'm a pro, man. A genius security guard. Like I used a pin light I borrowed from my company to help in my search. And it sparkled really brightly, as if it was saying, "Here I am" to me. It does indeed look very much like the crystal sphere on Iris's hood. But need I remind you that she was not wearing her hood that night? I just want to double check this. Where is it? Yep, no, I was right. Okay, I was right. I just want to double check. Thought I was right.
Hold it!
Each nun is assigned their own hood, and they are assigned only one. Like I didn't know anything about that, okay? And Iris is special, alright, dude! Oh god, Leon's coming. Like even if she did steal a spare hood, I'll forgive her! This is getting us nowhere. Our destination for the day, it seems. However, this crystal sphere was found near the bridge. That is a fact. If it didn't come from a hood, where could it have come from? That is the question I aim to answer.
Hold it!
Let me confirm this one last time, Larry. The reasons you thought that this was Iris are the hood and this crystal sphere, correct? Like that's right, man. My gut is never wrong. I met that old bikini the next morning, and her crystal sphere was still there, safe and sound. Indeed. She was wearing it in this very room earlier today. His case isn't going to end without a fight. Exposing the obvious contradictions in this testimony will be easy, but I fear that all that awaits us are further mysteries. Okay. So there's two possible answers here, but I think one's more obvious than the other. If they're both wrong, I'm gonna feel stupid. And I mean real stupid.
Objection!
I figured that was the right one because it showed the sphere. The other one I thought it could have been was the staff itself. Larry. That night, there was someone who lost a crystal sphere. Like that, there was, man? Who was this stupid idiot? Miss Elise Duny, the mentor to a stupid idiot. Stupid idiot! The victim? I have a photo of her here. And on the end of her staff, you can see a familiar looking crystal sphere. Like, hey man, that's my photograph! Give it back! You stupid idiot! You just made the list! A crystal sphere like that is quite easy to find. I have one just like it on my brooch. They look nothing alike. In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff, found at the scene of the crime. Ah, the crystal sphere. It's gone. What? I imagine Larry just went into, what? What? God damn. Just what does this mean? If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris. After all, she was not wearing her hood. More importantly, the crystal sphere found at the landing site was not hers either. That means the one who flew and dropped the sphere was the victim, Miss Elise Duny. A fool alongside another fool on a fool's errand to reach a foolish conclusion. First of all, this sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, is ridiculous. People cannot fly, thus it is rejected. Like you can't do that! And this crystal sphere, this is nothing more than a red herring. You honestly believe that? Give it some thought. I'm sure you'll realize it as well, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Duny was in her room on the night of the murder. There was no reason for her to go to Dusky Bridge. Therefore, the sphere cannot be related to this case. That is all.
Objection!
Miss Franziska von Karma. The only people who will accept that explanation are scatterbrains and clowns. Like, why are you pointing at me, man? The victim's crystal sphere was found near the bridge on the night of her murder. Yet you expect us to believe that this has nothing to do with the case.
That crystal sphere. It was probably thrown away at the bridge after the murder.
After the murder?
There is blood on the crystal sphere, isn't there? This naturally suggests that it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer placed it there to throw the investigation off the scent.
Which is the exact same reason that he drew that ridiculous sketch. Wait a minute. Francisca did not just say that Larry's the killer. As much as I could, maybe believe Larry's stupid enough to do something like that, there's no way. There's no way it's the butts. It may smell. It may smell, but I don't think it's the butts. Like, what? You mean I'm the killer, man?
All joking aside, just when did this crystal appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless this can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe this is related to the case.
She makes a valid point. There is no evidence that Elise Dunim left Hazakura Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal sphere can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed, then this case is going to transform into something else entirely. Your response, Mr. Edgeway? I want your final opinion on the disposition of this crystal sphere. If it is not related to the case, then this witness, who you call, will have been nothing more than a monumental waste of time. Oh, I can't look at it? Damn, I wanted to look at it.
Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth.
Can I prove it? Can I prove that the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place? I think I might have an idea. I think I might have an idea. I could be entirely wrong here. I think I might have an idea. Can I prove it? That isn't the issue. To simply prove it That's the only option. That's what he'd do. That's the way Phoenix Wright would do this. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I will prove that this crystal sphere is a vital link to solving this case. You will do what?
That look in your eyes. You remind me of Phoenix Wright when he is cornered.
That should come as no surprise, because right now I am Phoenix Wright, and I am indeed cornered. Once again, I want to take a look at this for a second. I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edgewell. Oh. Oh. I mean, I don't blame you for getting scared every time you see Fightful news breaking. There's a couple options here, but
Take that!
your response, Miss Von Karma.
Birds of a feather flock together. Are you familiar with this phrase? Miles Edgeworth. I think one such bird is calling for its fellow now.
Oh god. Yep, didn't get that one right. I've got a couple options I want to test out here.
Take that!
Okay, I got one more I want to see before I,
Take that!
feels like this could be the one where you have to say it is impossible. I really want to know what happens if I say this, because this feels like one of those ones where you could do it. I don't think that's it. No matter how I look at it, it's not possible. It is certainly strange that the crystal sphere was found near the bridge, but perhaps it is just a curveball from the killer.
Well, Miles Edgeworth seems to have nothing further to say.
And I'm left with no choice. Court sees no reason. So it was one of those where you say it's impossible. It felt like it was one of those, but I wanted to think that there was something I could prove. Like, what is this? Hey, Edgy, you're a defense attorney, aren't you, man? Like if it was Nick standing where you are right now. Like if it was Nick. Do you think he'd give up, man? No, he'd find the truth. No matter what it took, man. No matter how crazy it seemed. Right. At this moment, I'm standing where you should be. Which means there's only one thing to do. Think like you. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I will prove that this crystal sphere is a vital link to solving this case. I was about to say, they're showing the photo in the background, so it just made me go, is it the photo? Is it the photo? Why are they showing the photo in the background? I legit thought it was just because the game glitched, and it was because I was looking at the photo earlier. But apparently not. Apparently not. I want to know though, what was that fight? What was that Fightful news? Was it just the media call? Oh God. Whew. All right. This crystal sphere, it was half buried in the snow, correct? Like, that's right. If it hadn't stopped snowing, then it would have been game over, man. The snow would have totally covered it. That's all I needed to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear. What? When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing. Even if it was ever so slightly. See, I figured that had something to do with it. That's why I went with the weather report first. I felt like it was somewhat to do with the fact that it was half covered. So, once again, on the right track. And then just use the surroundings to finish it. Snowing. On the other hand, let us take a look at the scene of the murder. As proven earlier today, there is no snow on the victim's body. Huh? Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder.
What?
Order! On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to Dusky Bridge. And then, something occurred that caused the staff's crystal sphere to come loose. What could have been? What could that have been? There we go. The sphere. There is some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this juncture. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge.
The murder didn't take place in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. Only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness.
Just who is the fool, and which part is so foolish, Miss Von Karma? I will say, fucking Edward fighting back.
Have you been paying any attention this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hazakura Temple courtyard.
That's not exactly true, now is it? To put it more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body.
That's the same thing.
No, it isn't. You said it yourself. If that statement is the truth, then Dusky Bridge could very easily be the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding.
You're forgetting one vital thing, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Dunim's body was found in Hazakura Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hazakura Temple. You mean to suggest someone carried the body all that way?
I've made it this far. The only place to take this is to the end. I assume something's coming up. I just need to prove that my version of the events is also perfectly plausible. Now, if the defense is ready, the court would like to have an explanation. Please show us the method by which the victim's body was carried to Hazakura Temple. On that snowy night, there is one way that a body could have been moved. The snowmobile. As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon, but it could also have been used to carry a body.
This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth. You've dug yourself into your own grave.
What do you mean?
The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She's the one who moved the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your coffin?
Huh. You're too late, Franziska von Karma. And in fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. We have shown that this case requires further investigation. There we go.
What?
Where was the victim, Elise Dunim, really killed? If her body was moved, whatever form? And finally, just what does this image mean?
Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it.
This witness certainly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity.
Damn.
However, he could never utter a lie that could hurt a girl with whom he is enamored. He drew this, so it is something that actually happened. The defense stands firm on this point.
Like it. Edgy, man! Thank you!
That settles it then. I cannot give a verdict under these circumstances. Von Karma is Gurren. Right. I seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It is just as I thought. Franziska von Karma, you make a wonderful partner.
Excuse me?
There was one reason and one alone for me being here. To expose the darkness lurking in this case and then pass it on to Wright.
Like, really, man? That's what this was all about? You could have just told me that from the very beginning, man. Then I wouldn't have had... Miles Edgeworth, I don't care about what you were here to do. This was my chance to finally grind you under my heel.
A shame that your chance seems to have slipped you by.
Like, what a shame! This is all your fault. Such a terrible witness. You're an affront to something, whatever.
Oh, God! I think she killed Larry.
Oh my God! You killed Larry!
I cannot believe that the witness's testimony relates to an actual event. However, there has to be some sort of answer for the questions it raises. Have his words here today been the truth or lies? Next time we gather in this courtroom, those are the matters that shall be addressed. I am counting on thorough investigations by both the defense and the prosecution. And with this, the rest is up to you. Right. Court is now adjourned. Or do we get to switch back to Phoenix? We're gonna switch back to Phoenix, though? February 9th, 3:43 a.m. The Hottie Clinic Intensive Care Unit. I thought this whole chapter was just gonna be Edgeworth. I thought this whole chapter was gonna be us as Edgeworth. I'm I'm still up at this hour, reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's the first case my mentor Mia Fey had ever handled in a court of law. I understand that, I just thought it was weird that we were gonna be Edgeworth the entire time, given what the fucking trophy was, like, for the end of this. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage here within its pages. Devil! Dahlia Hawthorne, aka the Red Dahlia, aka Delilah. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here? This isn't the Dahlia I knew. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, my throat burns, and my head is on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. I have to meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me with them. Somehow. February 9th, 2:43 p.m. Dusky Bridge. Hey, we're back! Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian, in autistic speak. Actually, my fever's gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? Only 102.2 degrees. Nothing to worry about. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressive despite the circumstances. We're not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the Shichishido did not deliver the deadly blow, which means there must be another sword hiding out here, or hiding out there, that we don't know about. Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself or eat my coat. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. Huh. That's probably for the best. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into. And that is our client's background, naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I have the feeling that we've met before. All I want is confirmation, one way or another. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna get it. Get it. And since I probably won't be getting that from you, I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, Wright. Take care. Guess I should get moving too. Why? Do you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I gotta get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. That's right! Maya's still stuck over at the inner temple. But don't worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. Thank you, Gumshoe. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough of yours, okay? Alright, I'm off. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out. I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. Looks like it's about 20 yards to that cliff over there. I can't see the inner temple from here. Really hope Maya's okay. That thing looks like it's ready to collapse. At least more than it did before. According to Bikini, Eagle Mountain is very prone to earthquakes. Which reminds me, if my memory serves me correctly, Edgeworth isn't exactly a fan of earthquakes. Now it really is more of a dusty bridge than a dusky bridge. That kidnapping incident happened here 11 years ago, so maybe it's cursed, too. Hazakura Temple doesn't have a single private phone line. There aren't any houses in the area, so I guess Bikini is the only one who uses this. Really wish I had brought my cell phone with me. Whoops. There's a narrow path going off in a different direction than that of the main hall. Looks like someone's taken the effort to write to Heavenly Hall on the signpost. Here we go. What are we gonna find here at Heavenly Hall? Looks like no one's here. Larry! Laurice! I was sure he'd be hiding here. Guess I'll try again later. Dear Lord, Larry. Like, come on, please! Like, it's for art's sake, man! I swear! There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. Like I'm talking about the heroine here! The heroine in my book! It'll make you famous, man! Oh, God von Karma. Enough. A fool's fool fools fools who foolishly accept the foolishness of a fool's fool. Wouldn't you agree, Phoenix Wright? Huh? Me? Wait a second. I know you. Your reflexes and mind need to shape up. My brain's frying like a sunny side up. And you want to grill me over a name? Like Francie, you can't do that, man. Like even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death. Or like so I'm told. With a dead horse. Isn't that one of your American sayings? No, it's not. And I'm not on the brink of anything. Like, come on, Nick. Tell her, wouldn't you? Like, tell her she needs the model for my new picture book, man. Francie's Whippity Whip Trip. Oh my God. You know what? If Phoenix and Franziska von Karma ever teamed up together, they'd be the two-person power whip. They'd be the two-person power whip. Oh man, that's it. Yes. We've got Edge Wright. And we've got the two-person power trip. Or two-person power whip. That's what it would be. Jaren, you know you enjoyed that. You know you enjoyed that pun on the two-man power trip. You know you enjoyed it. Don't act like you didn't.
Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least semi-coherent testimony.
And before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. Like I don't care what anyone says, man. I'm telling the truth. I saw what I saw. Like she flew, man. I'm telling you. Whoosh. Just like that dude with the red underwear, man. Like, don't think I'm gonna forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize, man. Off he goes.
It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix Wright.
What's up with you, Francisca? How are things? Have you been in Germany all this time?
That's right. Extending my perfect VIN record, naturally.
Oh joy! Sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Has it really been a year since we first met? Man. Yeah, she has lost many, many trials to that very human being. Maybe she's talking about her undefeated streak in Germany. Maybe Germany is like WWE. It doesn't count unless you're doing it there. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years. But now he is gone from this world. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me. Because of what happened to your father? That face looks like, yeah, she still holds a grudge.
Phoenix Wright, you will fall before me. This, I promise. But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear?
Yes, crystal.
In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting. He said this case has a special significance to you.
Because it does.
And that's precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better.
It's probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kinda cute. This man is gathering a harem. He's totally doing it. You can't tell me he's not. He's obviously into Iris. I mean, he wants him some Iris. But he's totally into Francisca. And then Pearls is gonna at some point get the Maya Phoenix ship to be a thing. I mean, this man is gonna have a harem. Ow!
No smacking.
No whipping the stick. No whipping the sick.
That foolish fool doing such a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool.
Edgeworth?
Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing, and one thing only. To pulverize you.
It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some cold killer action now.
I went over the whole case file on the flight over.
Foolish. What? You read the whole thing?
Yes. Every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge. Did you even consider the dangers?
No. The only thought in my mind was, I have to get across.
A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks.
Gumshoe said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya. She's got to be okay. Just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night. Hey, so about this drawing. Okay, nice talking to you, Francisca. We'll chat later. You and Phoenix can, I guess, do some things if you want. I don't know. There's some sexual tension there. We can see it. That was one long sigh. Oh yeah, it was bikini. That's what I thought it was. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it. There's an acolyte stuck at the Inner Temple, and that poor little girl has gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearls? She's missing? Why didn't anyone tell me about this? I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. I'm certain of it. At least, I was until this morning. I don't see any psyche locks. So she must be telling the truth. So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know that artist who testified after me. When I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible, I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. I wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but all he draws is trouble, and nothing else. If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the Inner Temple. Is that correct? That's right. I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claims she was in her room in Hazakura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night. But because you did, Maya is stuck all by herself at the inner temple. I'm so sorry. The drafts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. Winter is especially bad. I'll bet. The training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. Jonathan Joseph is officially retired? Good on him. Good long career for him. I would hope he winds up retiring a Bengal. That'd be good. Source from himself, so it's legit. Yeah, it doesn't get any more better of a source than himself. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall. We've got to get Maya out of there. Fast. But still, there's no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. It's like an island? How so? Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the inner temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river of the forest. I see. So a criminal will be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer, and with no way to escape either. Oh dear. Yes, I suppose it does. Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster. I'm curious about a few things, if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh, do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No. I want to know a little more about the victim, Miss Elise Dunin. I'm afraid I don't know her waist size, or her bust size for that matter. No. I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. My. You make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There. You did it again, Sister Bikini. I notice you always refer to Miss Dunim as Mystic Elise. Oh? Yes. Now, why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. We address all our visitors as Mystic. It makes their experience feel authentic. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know. How do you know that? How can you say for sure that she's older than you? Goddamn! Seems Miss Elise Dunim was no ordinary visitor after all. And there's Pearls. She was with Miss Dunim on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanished. It's all gotta be connected somehow. Well, why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh, man. My head's throbbing so bad it's killing me. Get this man some Tylenol. Pearls. She was with Miss Dunim on the night of the murder. Remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know. I was busy preparing for the training. I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner. The murder. It didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? Is Pearls the murderer? According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on, keep calm. There's one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe. Tell me you'll be done with the repairs soon. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that have yet to be found. The Shichishido. It's there in Mystic Amy's right hand. But it was proven in court today that it wasn't the murder weapon. Given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. The main gate's on the other side of that stone wall. The difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. That's also the height the body fell from, according to the autopsy. Is it possible that Miss Dunim was pushed from the top of the wall? There are a few of these stone lanterns scattered around this courtyard. Without the city glare to compete with, I imagine they would seem a lot brighter. I guess Sister Bikini must light them now since Iris can't be here. Miss Dunim's staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the staff. I guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the foot of Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out there? They get quite a bit of snow up here on Eagle Mountain. Around here, skis aren't just for fun. They're tools for getting around. But the sled, now that's got to be for Bikini's own personal entertainment. The building up there is the main hall. It was where we were staying. It's kind of funny because it was built on a very steep slope. If you enter from the main gate side, those rooms these rooms above me are on the ground floor. Apparently, Miss Dunim was staying in the corner room. I guess that's where she was pushed from that night. What? What was that jarring, inconsiderably loud yell? So this is where you've been. Keep it nice and warm, I see. Detective, have you finished the bridge? Yeah, I did. I told you I'd let you know. Well. Then I'll come along with you and... Sorry, man. No unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case. What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me. Well, yeah. But, yeah. It's been a while, Scruffy. It's... Miss Von Karma! Sister, please, leave the investigation to me. My, well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. I broke the time stone? When did I break the time stone? I don't have any memory of breaking the time stone. I am on your side.
I won't do anything you don't want me to.
As you work to pin the guilt on Iris. 2 days from now, Saturday, these hands are gonna break the time stone.
What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright? Ow, that hurts! Silence! I, Francisca von Kama, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me.
She's not seriously going to follow me around, is she? I mean, Phoenix. It's obvious, Phoenix. I mean, this man's not figuring things out. He called her cute just earlier, and now he can't figure out that she's trying to get it. I'm more terrified of the bridge now than I already was. That's a terrible way to fix the bridge. Look at this graffiti scrawled right on the front of the shack. At least he managed to get a pretty good likeness. When I really think about it, I guess art kind of suits him. I mean, his very existence is an art of sorts. Alright, here we go. February 9th, Inner Temple Gate. Things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before. They must have commenced with the investigation. Oh, Mr. Nick! That voice! Pearls! Finally! We found you! And you're okay! I thought you had died. I thought you were kidnapped. I thought maybe, just maybe, there was some type of pedophile. We're good. We're good. Mr. Nick! So you were here ever since that night? I was so lonely, I thought I was going to die. When I woke up in the morning and saw the dusky bridge was gone, I realized I was all alone. She was all alone? It must have been very tiring, very trying for you, little girl. Ah, I am Francisca von Kama, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. You're the prosecutor who was so mean to Mr. Maya last year. Well, yes. I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your whip. Fucking Pearl's gonna do it. Von Karma v. Pearl. Get your tickets now. Hell in a Cell. Main event. We're booking it. We're booking it. I just like that she straight up was just like, I don't like you. Fucking love Pearl. Pearl ain't afraid to throw hands. Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you. Looks like Pearl's words are getting under her skin. Yo! Why are you whipping me? I didn't say anything. Oh, hey. Adam Cole's playing Final Fantasy. He's playing the remake right now.
You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away.
Anyway, Pearls, weren't you with Maya?
Ah, I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls?
Mystic Maya.
Hey, wait, Pearls! She just ran off. Yep, nice AEW. And I can't believe he was asking for full creative control. That's insane. That is insane. Like, it doesn't totally surprise me, but like I'm shocked somebody was legit going full creative control. Yeah, and match vetoes, which automatically I wouldn't sign you if you're going that crazy. Because that just screams you don't want to ever lose. Luckily, Tony Khan is a smart man.
That was cruel, Phoenix Wright. To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable.
What was that all about? Pearl's acting like that. It's giving me the creeps. Guess I'd better take another look around since I finally got a chance. Especially since something about this place seems different from 2 days ago. In fact, in TEW, Brock Lesnar and John Cena both have match vetoing. Damn. I mean, I'm not shocked, but damn. Look at all the Buddha statues lined up along this path.
Phoenix Wright, do you think this is how many siblings? Do you think this is how many siblings the head nun has?
Why don't you ask her the next time you see her?
You know what? I think I will.
And she'll probably slap you for prying into her private affairs. There's a weird smell coming from the incinerator. The door is also open, almost like it's begging me to look inside. Well, let's see what stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty.
How naive of you, Phoenix Wright.
But it's a bit strange, don't you think? Franziska von Karma? I seem to remember. Yeah, door was closed. There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. So somebody turned on the incinerator. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently.
Listen, Phoenix Wright. It's imperative to call people by their full names.
I was only copying you. The sign says Inner Temple.
I don't know how you're reading it, but it's incomprehensible to me.
Actually, I can't read it either.
Feigning comprehension isn't a very good habit to have. Phoenix Wright. She looks very happy to have finally caught me on something. I think they're getting along. Something's gonna happen where, like, Francisca trips and falls on Phoenix at some point. We're gonna have that really just rom-com-esque situation here in a bit. I bet. Ship it. There's a little gate that leads into the garden. It says no entry on the sign, though. Come now, Phoenix Wright. What are you doing? Let's go in. It's half open already. What harm could come of it? But it says no entry. Don't you Americans enjoy doing whatever you like and then simply say whatever? She got a point. She ain't wrong. That's got nothing to do with anything. And who told you that? That's a psyche lock. What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya. She was supposed to be in here training. Yet it appears she's nowhere to be seen. What's that? That strange lock. Wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving off some strange vibes. This door. When I was here 2 days ago, that weird lock wasn't on it. Those chains. It's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this one before. I have. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psyche lock. I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern. Okay, let's get to the elephant in the room. What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix Wright? It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually... a woman? I don't see any woman here. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. No, it's not a different atmosphere. It's a different smell. Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? Ooh, that smell. The smell that's around you. It's gravy. Biscuits and gravy, man. They made me a man. Biscuits and gravy. Made me all that I am. Don't you go laughing. Don't you go laughing at me. Because very soon, there'll be something you shouldn't see. I didn't expect gravy. What's the matter? Anytime I see gravy, that song comes to mind. Every time I see it. The scroll. It's been completely covered in gravy. Ah, yes. There is a very appetizing smell in the air. But gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see.
No. No one does that. For starters, it stinks. It depends. What are we talking? Is this a beef gravy? It looks like a beef gravy. What kind of stock was used for it? It's certainly not a white gravy. Which I enjoy a good white gravy, personally. I love me some sawmill gravy on a chicken fried steak. This must be the gravy that we had with the roast on the night of the incident. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? I can only assume that's one person.
What took you so long? I thought even you'd manage to get here faster.
Oh. Did not think it would be this man. He's got his smooth jazz with him. I thought even you'd manage to get here faster than this, Mr. Trite. Prosecutor Godot? I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come you didn't show up at the trial today? Huh. I could ask you the exact same question. Huh? But I had a cold, so I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding.
Enough. I believe I have the measure of you. You are the very worst kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than a trial?
Who's the wild mare, Shrite? This is Miss Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. Huh. Well, I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. Oh, you don't... Godot, my guy, you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. You don't do that to Francisca. You just don't do that. Bad things happen when you say those type of things to Francisca.
Just who do you think you are? This case is mine.
Hey, Philly, know your role and shut your damn mouth. I did not think, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think titling this stream If You Smell was gonna have anything to do with Dwayne Johnson outside of just making the joke of if it smells, it's the butts. But apparently Godot saw the title of the stream and was like, I'm gonna take a line straight from Dwayne. I can't believe he legit said know your role. I'm gonna read it again because it was that damn good. Hey Philly, know your role and shut your mouth. If you smell what Godot is brewing. I can't stand women like you. I'm only going to say this once, Lady Von Wippenberg. Go home, or I'll check you into the SmackDown Hotel.
Phoenix Wright.
What are you hitting me for? Huh. You deserve more cracks of the whip than that, Trite. What? You still don't get it, do you? You don't realize the you've set something in motion that you'll never be able to undo. There's something different about Godot today. I mean, he's going full Dwayne. He said know your role and shut your damn mouth. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from behind that mask of his. Is it anger? Or is it sorrow? You had some important business, and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it? I've told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. You see, Wright, I've experienced something most have not. Death. You died? Of course, being extracted from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is, well, let's just say modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me. So, you mean, the mask you wear is this ugly device? I promise, it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I didn't know. Neither did I. I was making fun of him for it earlier. Sorry. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk of a body going with regular servicing. I'm sorry, but you say you experienced death. How is that possible? What happened? Why don't you ask him? Yeah, okay, I get now why Godot holds a grudge. That's why I thought he held a grudge. I was about 90% sure after we went through the last episode why he holds a grudge. I thought that's why he holds a grudge against Phoenix. He blames Phoenix for Mia's death. He blames Phoenix for Mia's death. Yep. Huh? Me? Yeah, Trite. You should know all about it. You know when my life ended, and you ended it for me.
Well, Phoenix Wright, do you?
I don't know what he's talking about. Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory. I think I do know about how Godot was killed. Will all become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite? Earlier you said I've done something I can never undo. What do you mean by that exactly? The inner temple here is on this side of Dusky Bridge, is an isolated island. That's what Sister Bikini said too. And I wondered, Trite, do you know what the police are doing here today? What do you mean? They're searching. Searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing. Missing? As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge. Did Maya fly? Did Maya learn to spread her wings? Maya just wanted to fly. That's probably it. Huh? But that's impossible. She came here that night and... I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place. One? Where is that? The Sacred Cavern. The entrance of which we are standing at right now. This is the only place that the search party has yet to explore. They haven't searched the cavern yet, huh? Be aware, though, that the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, the chances of her being found alive are slim at best. No! Which means, Wright, that you sent Maya Fey to her death.
You fool! If that's the situation, why aren't you in there with the search party right now?
You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel. Don't you see the big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. I'm making preparations to open it as we speak. Well, Wright, once again, a woman dies because of you. Yep, you just guaranteed, that 100%. You're just mad because this man, you blame this man for the death of the chick you liked. That's what you blame him for, Godot. I'm sorry, my boy Phoenix had nothing to do with that. He had nothing to do with that. And actually, he wanted to get some too from Mia. So, ha. And he probably would have. So, ha. Ha. Word is Madden 22 covers will be Mahomes on the standard and Brady on the GOAT. Why? Both have already gotten covers. That makes no sense to do people you've already put on the cover. Once again? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me? And do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right, Mia Fey. Mia? You killed her. No, that's not how it was. And with that, that's where we're gonna take a save. That's where we're gonna head out. That's where we're gonna leave the massive cliffhanger. I couldn't have asked for a better cliffhanger. I really wanted to get through that one question just to see what he said. But I couldn't have asked for a better cliffhanger than that right there. Perfect. Perfect. We'll get our answers to why Godot is so angry at blaming Phoenix for Mia's death next week. Tomorrow, though, will be possibly... it'll be up there as one of the last Gen 3 Nuzlocke streams. It's gonna be up there. I don't know if we're gonna finish it tomorrow, or if we're gonna do 2 streams. Probably gonna finish it tomorrow, thinking about it right now. And I will say this, I have an idea of what the team's gonna look like. It might not be what you're expecting the team exactly to look like. I've got ideas. But with that, that is going to bring us to the end of this stream. Jaren, Addison, everyone who popped in, appreciate all y'all for being in here for even a little bit, or for the whole thing, or for however long you were here, or if you're watching after the fact. Appreciate you nonetheless. We will be figuring out what on earth is going on here in the next stream. Actually, let me get some music going while I'm here. Why don't I? Sorry, in-game audio, you're good, but you're just not as good as some of the music we can end with. Like this. Alright, but with that, that's going to bring us to the end. Appreciate y'all for being here. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Nuzlocke stream, possibly the last Gen 3 Nuzlocke stream. And then Monday, I think we're going to start up Persona. I think we'll start up Persona this coming Monday. And then I'll figure out what the rest of the week, next week's going to look like. Who knows? Friday might turn into a movie night. Or not this Friday, but next Friday might turn into a movie night, for all I know, depending. But with that, appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.